Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew, and I'm a 6th-generation vegetable farmer, and I'd like to share something with you. 2021 is coming to a close, but over this entire year, we did a lot on the vegetable farm. And, well, I'd like to share that with all of you guys, so check it out.
Daniel, don't give me a hard time. I'm the star, and it's not all about you.
So I'm gonna give you a quick look at how everything's been coming up. Something we have to keep an eye on in the germination greenhouse, because it's 86 degrees and it's sunny outside, things start to dry out fast. We have some spots drying out here. It's not bad yet, but you want to keep an eye on those spots because they can dry out really quick.
Andrew, is that fun?
Yeah! I was just talking to my dad. It's supposed to start raining this afternoon. I'm not sure exactly what time, but he wants to get that cabbage planted that we didn't get finished the other day. Yep, just like I thought. And I can't believe I thought of that all by myself, with no help from people in the comments. Oh, there we go.
Hey everybody, we're going for a trip. Who's excited? I'm sure we all are. What are we doing today? We're laying mulch. It's the really beautiful stuff that makes all our vegetables weed-free. What's after pickles?
We are back on the water wheel transplanter. All we have to do is plant vegetables now. The way this works, we have 2 tanks of water up there. As we go through, the wheel will turn and poke holes into the mulch. And then as we put the plants into the holes that are poked, the water sucks it fast.
Sometimes air gets right behind the valve and like prevents it from coming through, but we're good.
We're good. That's what Joel said. Does he know what good is? I have no idea if he knows what good is.
Oh, now we're great.
Oh, now we're great. You don't even know about the extra hay ground.
Daniel told me already.
I'm gonna need more wrap.
Daniel way underestimated hay before.
That was one time.
No, Daniel, that was 3 times.
I can't do round bales, I can do square bales.
Red habaneros, orange habaneros, long hots, jalapenos, poblanos, hot cherry, hot wax. Then we're going on to...
Ghost.
Yeah, I did Ghost. What does he think he is? comes around and just starts giving orders in the middle of the whole thing here. He took a whole year off, and now he thinks he knows what he's doing. Yes, Hot Jerry's next.
Tony. First up, we're planting some long hops.
You know what's one thing I haven't seen out in this corn?
What?
Ralph, he's missing again. Beautiful. Beautiful.
So just standing here and looking at this sweet corn that we did under the mulch, do you think it's worth it doing it early like that?
This is starting to come in tassel, so it's making ear now.
When the tassel is out full on your sweet corn, it's 3 weeks till harvest. So it's starting to get excited. It's just starting to poke out. Now we're gonna be moving on to planting tomatoes with the water wheel transplanter. We have all these tomatoes right here ready to go. And the first variety we're gonna be working on is called Red Deuce. You're going off the plastic! I know! Tomatoes aren't too difficult to plant. If we break off the roots, they'll most likely grow, but we don't have to worry about that too much. Our plants are not root bound. It's gonna take them a few days to finally get like acclimated to the soil temperature, but when they do, they are gonna take off like a rocket. Look at how big this cabbage is growing. It's amazing what some rain will do. Now, if you can't tell, you see there's no weeds over here. That's because Dad went through and cultivated. Now look over here where we didn't get a chance to cultivate yet because our pipe is right here. You can see the weeds are really starting to come up. That looks like some good cabbage over there. We've got some broccoli coming, some broccoli there. Look at our kale. That is some nice stuff. Now when we're going through and picking peas, we have to be very careful because a lot of the vegetable likes to be on the bottom side of the plant. So we have to make sure that we move these plants all around, because if we leave, for example, if I leave this pea on there, the next time we harvest, it'll be overripe. Boom. As you can see, we're in our pollination phase. So that silk is going to be catching a lot of this pollen. This is one of the most important times in this sweet corn's development, so we hope it goes smoothly. Our first planting of cucumbers and zucchini looks really good. The plants are starting to produce a lot of nice cucumbers. As we can see, if we get in close, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that are producing on this plant from 9, 10, 11. So there is a lot of cucumbers being produced right now. And within the next 2 weeks, these entire layers of mulch will be covered with the plants from the cucumbers. It's amazing how fast they start to grow. It almost seems like they just take off. And then we have our zucchinis. They're really starting to produce as well. Oh, and by the way, our peppers are doing really, really good. We're finding a lot of blossoms, and even some of our peppers are starting to produce. Look at this jalapeno I found. Woohoo, first one of the year. Beautiful.
You can take that one back too, buddy.
What we were trying to do with the cultivator is take this soil and throw it right underneath the plants, covering any weeds. But not only when we cultivate does it throw the dirt over the weeds, it disrupts all the weeds in the soil, and it also loosens up the soil, allowing our plants to have better root development. Now, Joel and Daniel are working on hay, but Matthew just got back from auction, so he came out with me to pick some sweet corn. And we got a really nice ear of sweet corn here. Now this is Montauk. It's not as long and thin as the Providence, but much easier pulling. Some of this cabbage we're picking has a lot of nice size to it. The variety is called Cabot. For anyone that was curious, C-A-B-O-T, Cabot. Over here is Providence, so it is a thinner looking ear, but they are all ripe. A lot of nice cucumbers. There is a lot of production still there.
My goodness, Andrew, look at this. There you go, that's my grandpa impersonation.
Why are you impersonating me?
Oh my goodness, look at these. Look at the size.
That was pretty good.
I hauled the skid steer over. Oh, did you? Loaded up the round bales. Round bales home, dump them off.
Beautiful.
Are you still imitating Grandpa?
No, I don't have the right chair.
Now I want to walk through the tomatoes and show you how everything is growing really fast. Now in some spots we are finding that our tomatoes are ripening. One thing a lot of people notice about our tomatoes is they are not staked or trellised. Now we always encourage our customers to stake or trellis their tomatoes, but we raise nearly 70,000 tomato plants and we're just a family farm. And you guys have seen in the past how busy we are, so if we were to take everybody from the jobs they are already working on and come out and trellis these tomatoes, it would not be good for the farm. Now our tomatoes are still growing, and as you can see on the vines, we're gonna have a pretty good yield. I know it's been quite some time since I've shown you the tomatoes, but they just look so good. If we just look down through the row, you can see the amount of tomatoes that are laying in these fields, that we are gonna have a great harvest. And everything is starting to turn red. Because we raise and sell so many tomatoes, we have 3 separate plantings. We plant the same variety of tomatoes in each planting, except for our last planting. In our last planting, we're trying a new tomato called Red Snapper. We've heard a lot of good things about it. In our first planting of tomatoes, we are raising a Biltmore tomato, a Red Deuce, and a Primo Red. And this beautiful tomato that I picked is a Primo Red. It's been a while since we really looked at the tomatoes. I wanted to take the time to show you how everything is growing and help you guys get excited for tomato harvest because it's coming shortly.
I am picking long hots. It's a little early for long hots, so they're kind of small and they're hard to find. No, because we're going to fill them back up quickly. So it rained last night, so there's like some mud on them and stuff that we're just trying to get off.
That's a nice broccoli right there. How was work today?
It was good. I wasn't here for too long, but it was good when I was here.
Look at that dress! Ooh, looking nice!
38 weeks pregnant.
I've mentioned in some of my previous videos about cucumbers about how they get pollinated. Because the plant is so low to the ground and it's covered, it's hard for the wind to pollinate these plants. Because the wind cannot hit these cucumber plants as effectively, we rely heavily on bees and other insects to pollinate our crop. And it's pretty neat. If I lift up the plant, I can show you the difference between a male and a female flower. So right over here, if you look, for example, where there's a flower and a little cucumber forming behind it, that's a female flower. But now if we come up here and we see this flower where nothing's forming behind it, that's a male flower. That's why we rely so heavily on bees, because that flower could not pollinate the other by the wind. That would be nearly impossible. So we rely heavily on bees, birds, and insects to pollinate our crop. So that's why it's important to have them around. This is kind of a tedious job, but if you don't do it now, you pay for it later on.
That's heavy stuff.
Almost dropped it. Almost knocked him off this thing, yeah.
But they're really making a hole.
Andrew, we need bacon. The new ones, the stems do not come off. And a big juicy tomato right there. Look at that one.
Don't you think, Brian? Smells like September. This is how easy they are to pick and how quick they fill a bag. Is that connect in the video?
Now when we're picking these tomatoes, we want to pull these tops off, because if I put these in with the others, as the tomatoes ripen up, it'll actually puncture them.
They some nice peppies.
Why are you pulling ears like this? This is not ready.
Because it was attached to this one.
What do you mean attached? I have it right here. It's not
Yeah,
attached.
because you ripped it off. I ain't taking the fall for that one. 360.
Good. Now, why are you closing your eyes when I'm talking to you? That's what your grandmother does. When I talk to her, she closes her eyes and goes to sleep. She doesn't pay no attention to me at all. That's what happens.
Now I can't pull any peppers off this plant, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 peppers on this one plant. Look at these. They are beautiful. What happened to all the Italian? Back to pulling red beets. I can do that. I can pull the rows even while you...
Here in Pennsylvania, these are your small beets.
That's how I know it's a thing. Grandpa's here. Are you interested or not?
Snowball white pumpkins. Snowball white pumpkins.
Yeah, see, this is awesome. Look how beautiful they look. Oh, yeah, there we go. Beautiful.
can help Angie with the poblano.
If you've never seen a poblano pepper, this is kind of what it looks like. They can turn from green to red. They're not too spicy. They're a hot pepper, but they're definitely not as spicy as some of the varieties we raise. Did you enjoy picking peppers?
Yeah, picking peppers is fun.
What's your favorite pepper to pick?
Depends on the year. Whatever's the nicest.
I agree with that. Whenever you're in an area that has really nice stuff, it makes picking a lot easier and a lot more fun.
Way to go, Matt. Say it.
No, they're not.
Something you have to watch out for while you're picking eggplant, there's little thorns on the stems. And when they get in your finger, they don't come out. They break off in your finger and then you get very sore. That's why we're clipping the tops off.
See, you can see, I don't know if you can see them right there. And they go right, ouch.
And there you have it, a full wagon. Just enough space.
What do you mean? We got baskets of tomatoes over there to pick up yet. The wagon's not big enough. We're gonna have to add a whole nother piece to this wagon.
No, that ain't happening. Daniel went home to get the truck to load up the rest of the tomatoes.
Like 2 hours.
Oh my god! And then that's
And
it.
then that, and then
Hey, Grandpa's here!
That was me, Lauren. I was like, what am I supposed to say? Still reacting that way. It says titles.
I'm excited for 3 reasons. 3 reasons, Andrew. Reason number 1, we have a full bin. Reason number 2, we're picking the last peppers of the season. Reason number 3, winter's coming.
Joel has got his priorities in order. First, it's pepper. What is in that green tea? I'll show you what happens when you harvest a pepper that's bad.
Jiu-jitsu.
Nice peppers. We just finished off our bin of Italianelles. Now we do have some Cubanelles in here as well. They're the lighter peppers over there. We've got some really nice red and green color, the same with the bell peppers. Now that makes us very happy. After a while of picking potatoes up off the ground, I start to get hungry for French fries and chips. So we'll usually keep the largest potatoes we have and then we'll eat them for ourselves. That's one thing that's great about vegetable farming is you get the opportunity to grow your own food and food for other people. But when you find potatoes that look like this, you can keep them for yourself. But don't tell the customers because they'll get jealous. okay? That's something we have to keep in agreement. Now, some of the customers watch this video, so I'm gonna be in trouble already, but shh. The rooster's running away from me. He scared the rooster. Big scary Callie.
For 45 minutes.
I'm tired. This is our rooster, Foghorn. And that just about wraps it up for our 2021. It was an amazing year. As you can see from the videos, we harvested so many different types of vegetables that it was almost unbelievable sometimes the amount of produce that we would get from the fields. And by watching this video, you can really get only a small picture of what our family farm is like. If you guys would like to learn more about the farm, or just about my huge family that works here, why not subscribe? It helps us out, and you can learn more about us. But anyway, guys, this is where we're gonna end the video today. I wanna thank you all for a wonderful year, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye!